Well, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala nabiyhi wa Mustafa wa ba'd. We're having a very honorable guest, and I wanted to share this joyful moment with you, brothers and sisters, visiting us here in Cairo. A very dear friend of mine, Sheikh Wasim Kempson. And subhanallah, in Arabic they say, Ismun ala musamma. Look at him while he's laughing. So you know what I'm talking about. Say Ismun ala musamma, when the name matches the reality. MashaAllah. So he's Wasim. Wasim in Arabic means what? Handsome?
Apparently so. I didn't know the meaning when I chose it, I must say.
Oh, really?
No, of course not.
So what was the original?
Arrogance or something like this.
Oh, really? What was the original name? What was your...
I didn't know what it meant. I just chose it.
Subhanallah.
Sudfa.
No, it's not a sudfa. It's a qadr.
It's qadr, of course.
You know, because subhanallah, the name suits you, my friend.
Subhanallah. Allah understand.
So what was your name before, Wasim?
Well, to my mother, it's still Jamie.
Jamie.
Jamie, yeah, Charles.
Not Jimmy, Jamie.
Jamie, yeah.
Jamie.
Jamie Charles.
MashaAllah.
Not many people know that, actually.
Well, now everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Well, Sheikh Jamie
Allah understand.
Kempson, Sheikh Wasim,
They
mashallah.
used to call me when I was studying.
And mashallah. So, you know, Wasim means handsome, like a cute person, like yourself. I'm honored to host my dear brother Wasim Kempson, mashallah, a true seeker of knowledge. May Allah bless him and his family. By the way, he's a graduate of Medina University, so I wouldn't hesitate to say he's, mashallah, a very learned person, a British citizen, originally
And
from
Irish,
the
actually.
Irish. I know it makes, like you guys are very particular about that. It really makes a big difference.
No, I just got hold of my Irish passport a couple of years ago.
Is that right? So you have two passports.
My Irish passport.
Is that right? Okay. And I'm Egyptian. Okay, I don't have an Irish passport though. So alhamdulillah, would like for you to join us for some watermelon. See, it's really reddish, mashallah. Sheikh Wasim,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the program that you just finished filming for Huda TV, please, and share with the viewers behind the scenes.
Yeah, sure. So, Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters, viewers. So, I've been in Cairo now for about 8 days. Alhamdulillah, it's my first visit here, and I spent a wonderful time here with some wonderful people, mashallah. We filmed 2 brand new series. One of them is on the fiqh of Hajj, which I believe is going to be aired through the days of Hajj this year, bi'idhnillah. And also another series, which is a much longer series, about 26 or so episodes, about the behavior and the characteristics and the manners of a Muslim. Of course, this is a very general topic, but we decided to focus on particular verses of the Quran which talk about particular characteristics and manners. We took some verses from Surah Luqman.
Akhi Wasim, can you raise your voice a little bit, please?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They can't hear me because the microphone's at the bottom.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. If you put that maybe in the middle,
Yep.
it'll expose the microphone. Yeah. So, I'm not sure. Do I need to start from the beginning now?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're
So we've
speaking
done
about the second program.
The second program. So the first one was fiqh of Hajj, and the second one is about the way to behave as a Muslim, which is extremely important. It's the first thing that you see in a person is how they behave, how they speak. So we focused on some verses of the Quran and some stories of the Quran, and each episode has its own kind of characteristic and manner. And so we did this, alhamdulillah, over the past 3 days. That was 26 episodes. The brothers were really, really helpful in making the programming and the recording very enjoyable for me. We've done it with 4 or 5 different guests. It wasn't just me talking on the set, but we had 3 guests on each program, and I enjoyed the feedback of those brothers. I'd never met them before, but I managed to find out that you can spend 3 days with a person doing some programming, and this is equal to almost like getting to know one person in an entire month. You know, you see them, you know, from time to time, but you spend like every day with them speaking about Islam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Quran and Sunnah. It really brings us together. So I really enjoyed doing that series, and I'm hoping that I can come back in the future, maybe after Hajj. Maybe there's some plans for me to return here in Cairo, and we can do some new programs. I've always admired Huda TV, you know, for the good work that it does, especially Dr. Muhammad Salah. He's always is not only our teacher, but he's a very good friend of mine. I've known him for many years now, alhamdulillah.
Barakallah feek.
Always enjoy my time with him, and also
and the coffee beans, don't forget.
The coffee.
I mean, almost got killed once in order to get
just to get a coffee. We're risking our lives to get a coffee. Yeah, so Allah saved us on that day. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Literally.
Can one be a shaheed of coffee?
Wallahi, we was going to a conference.
Yeah,
so we can say
it was just a long drive, and we wanted to, freshen up.
Yeah, people wouldn't have known that we were stopping off for coffee. They would just said, yeah, they're on their way to a conference. They're shuhada.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we're going to Birmingham.
That's right. Yeah. So Allah allowed us to get away with that. And also, I'd like to thank all the if I can call them unsung heroes, and they're all the brothers behind the camera that you don't see, who really go to. It was a team of about 30 people.
Yeah,
maybe even more than that.
35 people.
35 people who are all there racing about, rushing about, ensuring that everything goes smooth, from the sound, from the microphones, the lights, the cameras. And there's all these probably other job titles.
Food.
Yeah, food as well. Yeah. The brother
food and coffee.
The brother who brings the tea and coffee and food. And there's probably lots of other job titles that I don't know what they are to do with what goes on behind the scenes. So may Allah reward them all. Yeah. And of course, they're not doing it just for me. They're doing it pretty much every day with all the program, with Dr. Muhammad and all the other teams. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless Huda TV and all the participants, and Ahmed Fahmi as well. Jazakallah khair, Ustaz Ahmed, for inviting me, and of course.
And this brother who, while we're talking, he has almost finished the watermelon.
He's saying, please continue talking. Keep talking.
Keep talking. You've done a good job.
Watermelon's mine. Yeah. So
can I hold the phone with one hand and eat with the other?
Yeah. Bismillah. You give me the right hand. Yeah. So go ahead.
Naam, go ahead, akhi.
So you want me to keep talking as well, right?
Yeah, it's good for you.
It's good for me. Yeah. So I'm returning to the UK, London tomorrow. The time has literally flown by. Subhanallah, it's flown by. I don't feel like it's been 8 days.
So Wasim, this is your first, but not last.
It's my first, but inshallah, of course, not my last.
Yeah.
I've heard so many good things about the Egyptian people and Cairo, and I've come here and I've met even more than it is. It superseded my expectations.
Alhamdulillah. Barakallah
so really
feek. Barakallah feek. We're not done yet. I mean, I just want to give you a chance to eat some watermelon before he would finish it. You can pick up your fork. That's okay.
Inshallah. Camera's on me or you now? I'm going to start watching me eating watermelon.
So, my dear brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, shukla, we're really trying our best to invite international scholars and speakers so that you have a taste of every culture, of every nationality, of every background. But we're all, alhamdulillah, shukla, on the same manhaj. Belief in the true oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and trying our best to follow the footsteps of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions. And obviously that is very obvious through our programs on Huda TV. MashaAllah, now, Sheikh Wasim, this is our 16th year by the grace of Allah. Alhamdulillah wa shukrullah. Our viewership, guess who's here? You're not gonna believe that. John Fontaine.
Oh, John, mashallah.
Salaam alaikum, John.
MashaAllah.
We're eating, but not at the same restaurant. We have a better one, MashaAllah.
He was in Nairobi, or Mombasa. yesterday. I saw one of his pictures feeding the giraffes.
Yeah, you're feeding giraffes.
He was. I saw a picture of him feeding the giraffes yesterday.
MashaAllah, you're
I'm glad
everywhere.
He's still alive.
He
I
is.
saw him through passing lions and tigers and whatnot. So.
He's sending salam.
MashaAllah.
Salam alaikum, John. MashaAllah. Very good to see you. And wallahi, you were talking about you. So our fourth will be after Hajj. Inshallah, Wasim, Aukasha Kamani, and John Fontaine, and myself, inshallah. Inshallah Azza Jal. Sheikh Wasim, I wanted to ask something that most of the viewers don't know about, which is, everyone has a turning point in their lives.
Yeah.
No one all of a sudden became religious, practicing, or decided to, instead of studying medicine, to study hadith or tafsir or aqidah, or to travel to the desert to drink camel milk and brush their teeth with a piece of wood in order to learn the deen. So for you, what was the turning point in your life? How did you come to Islam? When was that? And what kind of impact that left on you?
So I became Muslim in 1994.
Okay.
If I tell you how old I was, I'm going to leave my age away now. So we'll keep that for another story maybe. We'll keep that for another day. I was fairly young though. Alhamdulillah. I'm still young, I think.
Like you were 35?
I'm still fairly young. So that was in 1994.
1994, that is the year on which I graduated from my second degree.
Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Allah.
This is the pharmacology degree.
Allah.
1994.
Alhamdulillah.
Before that, I had a degree in art. And my third in Sharia was years later. Alhamdulillah. So tell us.
So then after that, I started to attend these like local classes on a Saturday.
Where in the UK?
In North London.
North London.
Yeah. So I kind of had a passion for, from the very start really, of seeking knowledge. Because the journey I went on, it took me about a year to study Islam and other religions as well. So I had that within me, wanting to study and find out what's the truth.
But Akhi, you didn't tell us, how did you come to Islam?
How I came to Islam? I mean, I was abroad. I was Catholic.
Okay.
And then I went to college in 1993. Of course, college in the UK is not like college in the US. College is like university, right? But college is like a stage of education before you go to university.
Well, that's in the US.
Same as right.
So when somebody has a college degree, it doesn't mean that they have a BA.
Oh, I see.
It's like a pre-medical, pre-med.
Okay.
You study for 4 years,
Right.
but it's not like a BA.
Yeah, it's like this. So then in
John Fontaine is telling everything on you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's watching what he says.
I know John very well. Was it last year? We made Hajj together last year.
2 years ago. Guess
2
what
years
he's
ago.
saying?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Really?
It was 2 years ago.
I trust his memory.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
I trust his memory.
Wow, subhanAllah, I see the years are flying by. I'm glad he's here to correct me. So, in my class there was one student from Afghanistan, and we got to know each other, and then I found out that he prayed every day. So then he said, we have a prayer room in our college, come and see the college, the prayer room. So then I went to the prayer room, and I really enjoyed the way that the Muslims prayed. And then from that moment, and then for about a year onwards, I studied Islam. I went to priests, I went to preachers from all denominations from Christianity. I watched many debates with Ahmed Didat. May Allah have mercy on him.
Ameen.
And then after that, I just I felt actually an important point to mention is that I went to see an Egyptian man.
There must be an Egyptian
there
in the
must be
story.
Egyptian somewhere. Yeah, and he's going to give us the lessons on a Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went to see him, and he gave me a talk about religion, reality of life, and I came out of the house, and my head was spinning.
Oh, subhanallah.
I mean, in a good way. I was like, what this guy has just told me is just like literally has turned my thinking of life upside down completely. So then a short while after that, in October '94, that's when I became Muslim. I went to Regent's Park Mosque in central London, and I said my shahada there.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. And then 3 years
So
later.
it was through interacting with your classmate first?
Yeah.
Then meeting with the Egyptian guy, listening
Yeah.
to...
That's right.
I just wanted to share with the viewers as well the good news today, inshallah, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
After Ask Huda, we had a German tourist. And she had some very interesting questions about Islam, and eventually, alhamdulillah, she took Shahada just an hour ago or so. Alhamdulillah wa shukrullah. Pray for her fastness. Fast in the deen. Ameen. Go ahead, Sheikh, continue.
So, what did I do after that? So I embraced Islam, then I started to attend these lessons on a Saturday. And then in 1995, a year later, the following summer, there was...
Can you hold on 1 second, Sheikh?
Yeah.
You brothers and sisters, can you hear Sheikh Wasim clearly? Or I'm the only loud person here? I need to hear from you. Can everyone hear Sheikh Wasim clearly? Is the sound clear? Move on, brother.
Yeah, okay, good. You can hear me. Good.
Yes.
So, yeah, 1995 of the summer, in our Saturday circle, we had a new guest. I mean, the usual brothers, they turned up. On this occasion, there was a new brother. When he walked into the room, everybody stood up and embraced him, cuddled him. I was like, who's this guy? What's this? They said, this is Abu Talha. I said, okay, so what's the fascination?
What does he do?
Yeah, why is everybody getting up? Oh,
Does he play basketball?
he's a student in the University of Medina. I was like, oh, so what's that? They said, well, it's a university where you study Islam.
Oh, okay.
That's all you study, is just Islam.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, mashallah, that sounds interesting. So then, from that moment, I said, okay, I want to find out about this university. I asked the brothers, I said, I want to go. They said, oh, no, stay for a little while. You need to get yourself like a bit more grounded before you go off. I said, okay, no problem. So then I went through a process of trying to apply. And then at the end of 1996, I went for Umrah.
Okay.
And at the same time to have an interview for the university.
Okay.
So that was December 1996. I'd done all that. And then I said to the guy who's giving me the interview, I said, okay, so have I been accepted? He said, Insha'Allah. Okay, I didn't understand, of course, the Muslim Insha'Allah could mean...
No, you mean the Arabic Inshallah.
Yeah, okay.
The Muslim Inshallah is crystal clear.
Yeah, fair enough. So the Arab, if you like, the Arab Insha'Allah is like, maybe, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I took it as like...
But nowadays, the Arab Inshallah means forget it.
It could have meant that, I don't know. So I came back and they said, how did it go? And I said, yeah, I'm in. They said, how are you in? They don't give acceptance straight away. I said, no. He said to me, Insha'Allah. They said, no, Wasim, come. You need to calm down. You need to come in. This is maybe yes, maybe no. I said, no, believe me. He said yes, Insha'Allah.
Yeah.
And it was just in my head that I was going to go. I had that certainty. So then about 7 months later, I got a letter of acceptance.
Oh, Inshallah, it did work.
It was the real Inshallah. It was the real Inshallah.
MashaAllah.
It was the Muslim Inshallah. So that was 97, and then I went there and I lived there for 7 years.
MashaAllah. You enjoyed being in Medina for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Allah ki you.
Yeah, the best years of my life, of course. The best years of my life, spending, learning Arabic, learning Islam.
Nah, just going to Al Masjid Al Nabawi every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
And at that time, it was, I don't know, every era has its kind of way of looking at it. But the university at that time it's changed a lot. The University of Medina. There's a lot of khair, there's a lot of good which is there, but I'm part of almost, if you like, the Ahd al-Qadim. It's the old way it was. It's very much changed now.
No.
They've got they give you like bank cards. They give you brand new rooms. I mean, it's really, mashallah, up to date as it should be.
Yeah, back then you didn't even have an AC.
AC that worked properly. Mashallah, yeah, that's a ni'mah.
No.
But we didn't go for that.
Yeah.
I don't look back on particularly hard times. The good was, of course, far more than what one can complain about.
Were you classmates with Mufti Mink, or was he?
No, he was before me, actually.
Okay.
But I was there, Sheikh Yasser Qadi was there. Sheikh
Was he
Muhammad
your
Sharif.
classmate?
They weren't my
Okay.
classmates, they were in different kulliyat, different
Okay.
faculties.
Okay.
And they were a couple of years ahead of me. But I met them there. Who else? A lot of Nuvaid Aziz,
Okay.
he was there.
Yes.
He came a couple of years after me. A lot of the du'at
Nah.
that you find in the Americas and the States,
Nah.
and some of them in Europe. Around the same time, we may not have been in the same class, but we knew each other.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
And that was it. So
I,
I came back to the UK 2004.
I really ask Allah to keep you steadfast on His straight path and to increase you in knowledge and ma'rifah. Allahumma ameen. So, brothers and sisters, that was it. I thought it's not fair to enjoy the company of my friend Wasim Kempson, coming all the way from the UK, having dinner, then eventually eating watermelon. Oops, I'm sorry, John. Next time, inshallah. Inshallah. Trust me, next time we'll make it up for you. Until next time, brothers and sisters, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us all our sins, to guide us to what is best. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما والحمد لله على كل حال ونعوذ بالله من حال أهل النار. Also, look forward for Sheikh Wasim's programs. One of them will be aired in a couple weeks, right before Hajj, inshallah, and the other will be soon after Hajj, inshallah. Love you all, brothers and sisters, for Allah's sake. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.